In his New Year message, Fabian Picardo said in his last term as Chief Minister, he's determined to resolve key issues that remain, and that for many this includes housing.
Today, in order to progress on the first of these factors, the government has completed on heads of terms with the TNG Foundation for a deal to reclaim land to build more affordable homes. This new reclamation will be inside the harbour, in front of Harbour Views Promenade. I will be making a detailed statement when the contractual arrangements are finalised. Importantly, the key aspect of this deal is that it does not require the government to fund the cost of the reclamation upfront. Additionally, in the next months, I expect to be able to make announcements about the new homes to be built under the government schemes there and elsewhere. These will include homes for rental to add to the government rental housing stock.
The Chief Minister said, however, that as Gibraltar gets larger, it must clearly define who is entitled to its benefits.
Housing, access to the services of our health authority, and student scholarships are just the flagship benefits that we enjoy in Gibraltar. It is time to ensure that our rules are clearly drawn to provide these benefits to our people and not to those who may simply move here to benefit from them. In coming months, we will also, therefore, be drawing more tightly the entitlement criteria for access to services going forward.
And the Chief Minister addressed what he called the greatest challenge we continue to face, the talks for a future EU relationship treaty. Fabian Picardo said he is as impatient as anyone and knows how urgent the need for fluidity is, but that he won't compromise on fundamentals.
We are very, very close to a deal. But there is great technical complexity in aspects of this negotiation. Getting it right means making the right calls on each of those technical aspects. And there can be derivatives of sovereignty in some details. So we have to ensure that our proposals protect against all details where they arise. We have proposed solutions that protect the security of Schengen and the integrity of the single market. Our proposals also protect our fundamental positions. And if our proposals are accepted, we can do a deal tomorrow.
The Chief Minister said, whatever happens, Gibraltar will have a very different manner of interaction with the EU in future.
A treaty will also mean that we have to change how we do things. It will mean introducing parts of the European rules that we never belonged to when we were members of the EU, but not in Schengen or the single market. It will mean the introduction of new arrangements for immigration that will deliver maximum fluidity at the frontier. It will mean the introduction of new rules for the arrival of goods into Gibraltar and a sales tax. And we will enter into those arrangements if they are the safe and secure option that we need to protect our people and our nation, but not otherwise.
On other issues, Mr. Picardo said digital progress continues and that people will soon be able to identify themselves for public services using ID cards on their mobiles. But he also warned of the dangers of digital technology for children.
To this end, we will be working on how best to control the use of mobile phones in schools and access by our youngest children to social media and other damaging online content. And we will be working also to curtail access by young people to damaging substances like tobacco and vapes. I want to ensure that we legislate in that space in the first half of the year at the latest. Because our role as a government is not to curtail freedoms, but it is to prevent harm to the most vulnerable in our community.
Looking ahead to 2025, Fabian Picardo said he would continue to pursue the right EU deal and to work for a successful Gibraltar, despite what he said was the constant and unremitting negativity of social media and unconstructive opposition. The Chief Minister said in a hugely challenging world, Gibraltar continues to thrive, and that this is worth more than anything and worth fighting for.